So I wanted the full picture of this whole Woody Johnson shit that's been going on, right? Like why he rate a player based on their Madden score. I didn't want to believe it when I first read it or when I first heard about it. So what we're gonna do is read an article about it and then talk about it because that is absolutely ridiculous. I have never really had a bunch of faith in the Jets, to be honest with you, like full disclosure, but I think it's important that we read about this. Never had a lot of faith in them. What the Okay, so CNN, New York, just as New York Jets fans thought there were no more twists to be had in their 2024 season, which is going terribly. Another bolt from the blue has been revealed. According to The Atlantic, the New York Jets owner Woody Johnson turned down the chance to trade for a current Cleveland Browns wide receiver, Jerry Jeudy, in the offseason, with the owner reportedly pulling the plug on the deal because it was because of the receiver's rating in the Madden NFL video game series. I don't know what that means. that sounds made up. The owner of $1 billion football company decided to say no on a player because their Madden rate. Well, I want to know what his rating was. What was high enough? So what was the number? You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? The Jets declined to comment when reached out to by CNN. I don't know if that's actually funny, but that was really funny to me. Hey, bro. Hey, what happened about Jerry Jeudy? You didn't pick him up because of his Madden rating? No comment. That's basically it, dude. That's the answer. New York has since had a difficult season. Quarterback Aaron Rodgers has not been able to recapture his form of old, and head coach Robert Saleh has been fired, and the Jets find themselves with a 4-10 record. They were 7-10 to finish the season last year. How? But how though? How does that happen? General Manager Joe Douglas was relieved of his duties midway through the season. That has been far from what the Gang Green faithful were expecting. There's no way you guys call yourselves the Gang Green faithful. Well, I mean, Packers fans call themselves cheeseheads. So, General Manager Joe Douglas was also I read that. While disarray reportedly took over in New York, Jeudy went to the Cleveland Browns from the Denver Broncos. The wide receiver has been a revelation for the Browns while putting together a 1,000-yard season, the first of his career. The 25-year-old has more than double receiving yards of the Browns' fruitful receiver. Wow. It is unknown how well Jeudy would have performed in the Big Apple. It is another story that will dispel confidence about the Jets' future success. The Atlantic also adds that Johnson was tentative about signing Jets guard and then free agent John Simpson in the offseason because of his Madden awareness rating. The team ultimately signed Simpson. Who's telling him to use Madden? It has to be his son. I think that's what the report said. He's getting all this shit from his son and his idiot buddies. Awareness? What the fuck? That's a thing. I don't really play Madden. That's what it is. Okay, bro. Can you imagine? You know what I mean? Like, at this point, why even have all of the people put in hard work, man hours, into figuring out what players to keep and who to bring in and who to let go of? Why even do any of that if the owner of the company is just going to go on a video game and then say whatever that player's rating is and judge them off of that? I don't know. I'd be pretty frustrated if I was working for Woody Johnson, personally. If I was a scout or something. You know what I mean? Somebody that has to cut the deal, the general manager. I'd be like ripping my locks out of my goddamn skull. The Jets host the Los Angeles Rams in their next game on Sunday. New York needs to win all 3 of these games this season to equal a record from last year. Without the injured Rodgers, the Jets managed to finish the 2023 season 7-10. that so that's kind of what that's literally like their whole thing, right? That's kind of it. You mean to tell me that these really out here judging players on their Madden rating? That doesn't, I don't know. I don't know how I would feel about that. That's not good. That's really bad, actually. Your Madden rating so if you have a bad Madden rating, they're not going to get you. This guy Jerry Jeudy is going for 1,000 yards. He probably could have went to a team and been that. He went to the Jets, or he went to the Browns and instantly became their number one receiver. Can you imagine him and Garrett Wilson together? They wouldn't even have to get Devontae Adams, but like the article said, you don't know who's going to do what, where. But this level of dysfunction has been happening with the Jets forever. This is not new. This has been who they are for their whole existence. It kind of feels like even when they had like playoff teams, there was dysfunction along those teams too. It's not good. I feel bad for Fireman Ed. I do. I like him. And the Jets deserve a lot better than this. Can you imagine? 49er fans crying about fucking they have a bad season. The first bad season they've had in like 5 years. And it's all of a sudden over and Kyle Shanahan is gone and he's trash all of a sudden. Imagine being the Jets. Imagine your best player or a potential amazing player not coming into your building because your owner didn't like their Madden rating. It wasn't good enough. No, dude. It doesn't sound real.
See me again. All I was us to the